Hey up everybody, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're all well, especially in these slightly crackers times that we're living in at the moment. I just wanted to have a brief chat really. It seems like ages since I've had said anything to you or got involved. It's been a bit crazy for me with work. It's really great, I'm loving it, it's brilliant and exciting. But sometimes you just forget to check in with people that really matter. I was listening to something really good today actually that I just wanted to share with you. And it was a podcast I was listening to about times of chaos and what we do in times of chaos and what our brain does. And I thought it was really interesting in terms of what some of us might be thinking and feeling. The podcast was saying how our brains are wired to look for the things to be afraid of and to look for danger. It's part of our survival mode from obviously being cavemen and women. But our brains aren't wired for the constant feed. So if you think about how, like, you know, every time you put the radio on, every time you put the TV on, anything, it's coronavirus, and it's just surrounding us. And our brains are tuned in naturally to focus on something that might be a bit scary, that we need to maybe run away from. But we're in an environment at the moment where we potentially can't get away from that. So this podcast was all about making sure you've got some time every single day where you're kind of switching off from it and you're standing back from it. So turning off your notifications, turning off your news feeds, turning off the telly, coming off the social media, and just doing something that's got nothing to do with the current crisis. You might bake yourself a cake, you might take your dog for a walk around your own garden, you might sit in front of the fire, you might do a crossword, I don't know, anything you fancy, but just something that takes you away from that moment of constant being fed this information all the time. And then the podcast went on to beautifully start to talk about the way in which we then notice the things and the thoughts that we have. And you know, I'm a big one for the only thing that's actually real that we can 100% control are our thoughts. And then the associated behaviours that go with those thoughts, the things that we then have to challenge, repeat and try and break the loops from. And this podcast was talking about if you are finding yourself getting a heightened state of anxiety or just a little bit down the dumps with it, or just a bit fearful about what's happening, just stop and remind yourself and just think about what the actual facts in that moment are. So if you're listening to all this stuff all the time, actually stop and just in this moment, what are the facts? So for me at the moment, sat here right now, the facts are I've got cold feet. My facts are my little one's upstairs. My facts are I'd really love a glass of beer. My facts are my dog's by my feet, who hopefully will warm my feet up soon. So there's all the craziness, but actually in this moment, they're my 3 or 4 facts. And those facts, do you know what? They're canny. I can put socks on and warm my feet up. I can give my dog a big stroke. I can go and have that beer. I can go and join Amy upstairs and watch Friends or something. So if we really try our hardest to spend some time occasionally to block out this constant stream and feed that might be making us feel panicked, and if we do start to feel panicked, just focus on the facts. We can't always in the moment impact on other people. We're all community spirited folks, else we wouldn't be on here supporting one another. But sometimes if you're feeling yourself getting anxious, we're not going to be able to help anybody anyway. So just stop and just think, what are my facts? My facts are, my feet are cold, I need to put some socks on, I need to stroke my dog, I need to go and see my daughter, and I need to grab that beer. Focus on your facts, everybody. I'll be in touch soon, and I'd really love to see if anyone fancies joining some sort of or creating like a support group or just something where we can, I'm no techno wizard, but we could check in with each other and just chat and, I don't know, help each other out in this crazy time. Focus on your facts, and I'm sure your facts will block out some of that chaos. See you soon. Bye.